One of the prime cultural strategies of the left is to manipulate language, specifically to take commonly understood terms and redefine them. That's why they plant their flag on calling men women and fought for decades to include same-sex pairings in the word marriage. One of the most recent manifestations of this deceitful tactic is their attempt to redefine the term pro-life. During the 2020 election season, an increasing number of pro-abortionists claimed themselves to be pro-life because, they said, they care about life beyond the womb, and their desire to provide government programs to people and open the borders of America constitute true concern for life. But just as when they insist on calling the Olympic decathlete, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, a woman, they managed to get this exactly wrong. First, one can only question the sanity of those who argue that part of being pro-life entails the murder of the most vulnerable lives among us. To call this being pro-life is to show a wavering grasp on reality. Second, no one, even with a modest cranial capacity, can deny that abortion has become the holy grail of leftist political and philosophical thinking. Let's be clear about all of this. At its foundational level, to be pro-life is to be anti-abortion. We want to preserve those lives made in the image of God. In what Orwellian universe is it pro-life to ensure clean air and water, for example, yet never let the unborn babies to breathe and to drink? Third, the left's fraudulent pro-life rhetoric is falsified daily by true pro-lifers. Not only are pro-lifers in favor of allowing babies to be born, they are the greatest supporters by far of human life at all stages of development. And they put their money where their mouths are, something the left seldom does. Christians are more than twice as likely as all other groups to adopt children. And people who go to church nearly every week give away nearly 3.5 times as much of their money as those who rarely or never go at all. While embarrassingly miserly with its own money, the left promises to use yours for counterfeit pro-life programs. Sadly, millions of unborn babies have not survived the Planned Parenthood gauntlet to see the light of day, let alone to benefit from the left's phony and deadly pro-life charade.